Coach, can you talk about that second half? How pleased were you with your team performance?
Well, I was definitely excited about how we defended. They have some firepower offensively. I think they scored 91 points the game before ours, and maybe in the 80s the game before that. So we really wanted to focus on the defensive side, and they had a lot of different set plays that our players recognized as they were getting into them, and we were able to kind of be really stingy on that end. So that's what helped us, grow the lead.
I know you grade your team around to see has the grade went up since then, or is it still touch and go right
now? I thought we played very well on Saturday. I was excited about how we played on the road against a solid team. They had won 4 straight games and had a lot of confidence. So, but our schedule is only going to get tougher, and we have to be that much sharper and better and that much more ready to go.
Can you say that might have been one of your more complete games of the season?
Definitely. I thought the bench really stepped up and played huge. Heidi had 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. She played 2 minutes in the first half. Kelsey Newman came in and did a great job. Janae Jackson came in and played very solidly. So it was nice to get those guys more minutes, and they took advantage of them and played very well.
John, your point total's gone up the last couple of games. I know you want to win the games, but is that something that you're happy about, or I know you're happy, but
we haven't really changed anything. We have worked a little bit more on offense than we did early on, trying to iron out a few things. But on Saturday, we were really obviously shooting the ball well. Kelsey was hot, and everyone else kind of followed suit and made shots. So when you're kind of a team that wants to pound the ball inside and you're making a lot of your outside shots, you get a little bit tough to guard. I think everybody was on Saturday, and it made it tough for Canisius to guard us.
Not to look ahead, but when you get in a tougher stretch with the Akron, Cornell, and stuff like that, is that a time where you're going to rely more on your seniors, your Tish,
You're always going to rely on your seniors. I think that the good thing about our squad is that anybody can step up and play well on any night, whatever year they are. So we're not gonna try to put all the weight on anybody's shoulders, and whatever night is your night, we're gonna lean on you, and hopefully you lead us to victory, whoever that may be.
You kind of go from the Robert Morris and Ohio Valley into a very good Pitt team. So how do you kind of balance that to your team?
I tell you what, Robert Morris is going to be a challenge. Their record isn't necessarily great, but they've also played Iowa, Illinois, Xavier, Duquesne, all excellent teams. Robert Morris is picked to win their league. They were an NCAA tournament team last year. I think they're going to be very tough. We're going to have our hands full there. So that's the only thing we're focused on right now.
Will this stretch kind of dictate and see where you guys stand going into conference play?
I think Robert Morris and obviously Pitt will be great games at Cornell. Cornell's playing very well this year, so we're ramped up going into conference, and that's what we want.
What are the specifics about Robert Morris in terms of what they do, who they have?
They have a very good foreign player that's averaging almost 18 points a game. She can not only shoot the 3, but drive. They have some length and athleticism inside, 6'3" players. One of their off guards, I think 8 of their 12 roster players are foreign. So they definitely can shoot the ball well, and then they mix in some very quick athletic guards who can penetrate and get to the rim. So, with all those combination of things, that can make it very difficult to guard. On defense, they'll change it up. They play 3-2, they play man, they'll press you, they'll buzz you. So, a team that changes defenses a lot, you have to prepare for all those things. So it's going to be an interesting game.
I know you're worried about Robert Morris. You're concerned about them during your next game, but 11 o'clock start on Friday. Does that change anything? And they play some noon games.
It doesn't change a whole lot. The only thing, normally we like to have our pregame shoot around 5 hours before the game. I don't know if we'll necessarily do that, because then you got to be in extremely early. So that would probably be the only change, though.
John, with finals being over now, is it all basketball for you guys?
It's a lot. I mean, we're doing some community service right now too with the Salvation Army. We had a Christmas meal as a team last night, so that was fun. And so we're trying to mix in some other things and not just be all about basketball.
But do you kind of, with the, I guess what I'm getting to with no classes, I mean, is it easier now to, not coaching players, but coaching?
I think they get more rest now, and you know their mind is definitely on basketball more than anything else this time of year.